The Bible says, "For I, the Lord, do not change." This is good news, because if God can change, how can we be certain of anything? I mean, think about it. If God can increase or decrease, well, that implies that something or someone else is bigger, stronger, wiser than God. It cannot be. I mean, do you want a God whose love, whose power, whose standard can just change like that? Of course not. That's why it's a blessing to affirm God's immutability. Now, God cannot change in at least three respects. First, God is unchangeable in His nature. God will remain God long after all things are gone. Second, God is unchangeable in His purpose. Nothing can surprise God. Nothing is by accident. Everything that God has planned will come to pass. And finally, God is unchangeable in His favor, in His promise. Numbers 23 said it best. God is not man that He should lie or change His mind. But then one might ask, but what about those instances in the Bible where God seems to change His mind, where the Bible uses words like God regrets or God repents, like when He made Saul king? Well, this is what's called the language of accommodation. God accommodates to our level. See, we cannot understand the infinite mind of God. So God has to use human-like expressions to teach us something about Him. So for instance, in Genesis 6:6, when God said He repented that He had made man, it teaches us actually about God's hatred towards sin. When Hezekiah was given extra 15 years when he prayed, it teaches us something about God's love and commitment. God ultimately never repents. God repents only relatively.